Shalom,
You
shalom.
know, here just do a little quick just reminder of faith and enduring, all right, as we approach the final moments of this wicked kingdom. Before we do that, let's give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Also giving double honors to the good brothers of GMS, Great Millstone. Salute to brothers out there pushing the word with truth and sincerity. Shalom to brothers and sisters listening and learning. All right, and we're pretty much at the end of the story. Okay, and really about to enter into the final chapter of the story. All right, when they're about to just basically cut off society. All right, and we're gonna have to have faith in something, because people right now they're having faith in the wrong thing. People are having faith in whether it be Donald Trump or the other woman, okay, and who they're voting for. They have faith in politics. They have faith in men. All right, and the scriptures tell you not to trust in men. Okay, so we have to have faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to get us through what we're about to enter into, which is hard time. We're gonna have to endure. As it stands right now, brothers are being hit left and right with all types of hardships, and it's only supposed to get worse. Real quick, we'll get 2nd Ezra chapter 14. Let's see, we'll start at verse 14.
Yeah. Real quick, I just want to add on to what you were saying, because the word faith, for you to have faith in something, that means you're having to endure. You're having to wait for it. Because it says evident, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So it's not something that you can at the moment grasp onto. It's not something that you can see. It's something that's going to happen in the future. So for you to even have faith in something, that means it's something that you have to wait for, which is going into the word endure.
I got you. Romans chapter 8, verse 24. I'll read it in the NLT. We are given this hope when we were saved. If we already have something, we don't need to hope for it.
Mm-hmm.
But if we look forward to something we don't yet have, we must wait patiently and confidently.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, like the brother said, this is a struggle. This is suffering, because we don't have what we have hope for yet. Obviously, we still have hope for it. That's how we're able to survive and get through it day by day. Otherwise, we'd be going crazy a long time ago, or already receded back into the world where it was comfortable, where it was easy. But no, we are taking the hard road, as the scriptures tell us, to take the straight gate, go through this, entering in at the straight gate. Mm-hmm. For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth unto destruction, and many there be that go in thereat. But we are to go into the straight gate, the narrow road, where only few go in. That's where life is. So right now we're going through the straight gate, brothers. We're being tested and tried on every corner. All right, so it'd be easy for somebody that doesn't have faith to just give up and lose faith.
Yeah, because you have no hope in anything. So there's no waiting for you, because everything that you're looking for is you need something there in front of you.
You can see it to believe it.
Yep.
Right? And which is the mindset of the average American. And it was our mindset at one point too, but there was something different between us and the average person, in the sense that we knew that there's something more to this life. We just didn't have the answers at that time. And then the Lord put us on the path of righteousness, and slowly but surely we got the understanding. So it goes on in 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 14. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to get worse than what we are currently experiencing right now in this world. So for you to lose faith when we're pretty much at the finish line, that's just going to be a higher judgment for you, because the Lord's looking at you. He's trying you. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 2. Mm-hmm. All right, we're being tried as gold in a fire to see if we're even worthy of what the Lord is promising unto those that wait patiently for Him. You have something to say?
No, yeah, because not everyone's going to be found worthy. And, all the unfaithful, shall perish. That's what the scriptures say. Not everyone is working to make their calling of election sure. All right, again, because that, like the brother said, primarily here in America, really the West, they all have that same mentality of instant gratification. There is no instant gratification when it comes to the Lord. We're waiting for that, that moment of gratification, but it's not instant. It didn't happen. It didn't come right when you started to believe.
Go back to the story of Jacob and Esau.
Right.
Esau couldn't wait for the food to be done.
Right.
So he got to the point where he was just like, the hell with the birthright. Let me get some food so I can live a little longer and be comfortable.
Yeah, he's basically saying, what is this profit? What is it going to profit me right now if I'm going to die? I'm over here hungry about to die. What is this birthright going to do for me?
It's not helping me right now.
Right.
Okay? I need to eat right now. But that's a person that doesn't have hope or faith that the Lord will provide for them.
Right.
So we're in a situation right now where we've been tried to a point where the only place we can really literally turn is to the Lord.
Right.
The Lord has Peter's cut off all other options for us, and he's forcing us to worship him.
Yep.
And we've gotten the picture very clearly. And what we're doing as the prophets and the servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is to remind you that there's more to the story than you just cashing your vote for this asshole or that asshole. No, there's an end coming to all this. This is a story playing forth before us right now. You have to see it through your mind's eye. Otherwise, it's gonna overtake us as a thief in the night, as the scripture said.
Yep. And there's a verse in 2nd Ezra chapter 9 that says, "And they that shall be saved by their works and faith, and by their faith."
Yep, I got it right here. 2nd Ezra 9 and 7.
No. Oh yeah. Yep. 9 and 7. Yep.
It says, "And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils. Ye shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning." Mm-hmm. So there's an elect down here on the earth that the Lord has already sanctified before the foundation of the earth. They're down here in mortal flesh, going through the experience just like you are. All right? But the difference between them and the average person is that they have works that is through faith. Okay? They're down here prophesying. They're adhering to the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability while living in such a wicked environment. They're praying in the proper name, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, rather than God and Jesus and going to the churches. Okay? They've stopped sinning to the point, they stay faithful, cut ties with the world, and are worshiping Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua and waiting patiently for the next prophecy.
Yep.
Watching, right? It goes on to say, I'll keep reading. It says, and they, verse 9, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when place of repentance was opened unto them, understood not but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain. Mm-hmm. So in other words, you have a chance of repenting, but you chose otherwise. You made a conscious decision in your heart to continue on in sin while all this truth and all this information was out here for you to get right. And you chose to do the negative thing. You chose to do wickedness. Yep. The Lord is telling you you're going to have to die. So now the servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua have faith in these words to a point where we're going to stop doing all the wickedness and we're going to follow after the Lord's statutes and commandments to the best of our ability, and we're going to watch for the signs of the Lord's coming. Because we know He's going to come and deliver us from this place. The Lord is not, He's a righteous power. He's not going to allow the earth to be completely defiled under these people.
Yep. And real quick, because you're going into the whole thing with enduring, that's why a lot of these people are damn, I just lost my train of thought, Salakia.
Oh, good, man.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You got it. I lost my train of thought, Salakia.
Yeah, but
Lord, you will come back.
These people, man, they see that, because they can see that there's something's wrong here, but they refuse to equate it to the powers that be.
Mm-hmm. Right, and that's why they stick to the wide and broad way. Call Hashem Shai came back to me, because that's the easy route. Right. It's wide. It's broad. It's easy to navigate through.
Everybody else is doing it.
That's the thing, and then they perceive it as this being the proper way, because why would God make things hard for us to be saved? Exactly. He would make it easy. So that's why they perceive that wide and broad way, because you don't have to endure anything. You're just on cruise control. You're just going along to get along. So there's nothing to endure. But when you go through that straight and narrow, the difficult and small path, you have to endure the harsh environment. You have to endure the twists and the turns that path is going to take you on. And that's the journey that you have to embark when you come into this truth, man.
Bro, you have to, bro. And really, it's plain to us The Lord is making it easy, but He's making it easy for His men. We are able to see the Lord's signs clear as day, okay? And so we see it so clearly that we are breaking us all down in plain English for you so you can understand and see the same way. But you're fighting against us. You don't want to believe it, okay? You rather not change. It's too hard to endure. And again, when you go into endure, that means to make hard. So if you're not built for the battle, you're going to fold under the pressure. However, the men of the Lord and the true believers, whether you're a woman or whatever the case may be, you're going to go through the affliction, the adversity, and your faith is still going to be intact. And so when the end comes, you're going to receive a reward rather than destruction. Because that's really, when you look at the Bible, the prophecy is death and destruction. Okay? That salvation is only for a small number of men and women and children. All right? Which, if you believe in the gospel, then you understand what we're saying. If you don't, then it's going to go right over your head and you're going to continue on your wicked ways. Let me see. Say something real quick.
Yeah, just to back you up, the scriptures say there be many more created than there be saved. You know? What is that? What other meaning can you get from that other than that a lot of people are going to die? The Lord has created a lot of people, and guess what? All those spirits are being born back here today. That's why the birth rate is at an all-time high. That's why they have this whole, they keep pushing this this notion of depopulation, because there's so many people being born in these last days and these times that we're in. So that's because the Lord is getting ready to bring judgment on all the creation, man. The whole creation.
And we see it.
Yeah.
And that's why we're so gung-ho about coming out here and telling you, because we see something that you clearly don't see. And you need to see this, otherwise you're fucked. Here's what I found it. Sirach chapter 39, verse 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
Yeah, they don't understand things. You got it though.
You're not going to get it. It's not made for you to get. You're meant to stumble over and trip and break your ankle. Okay? The men of the Lord, they're going to see it and they're going to be like, they see the evil, what? They hide themselves. Okay? But the simple, you're going to pass on and you're going to be punished for your simplicity. You're going to believe in the wrong thing and it's going to end up costing you your life. Real quick, before we end it, this is Isaiah. Let's see, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1, it says, Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked of my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. You're trusting in man. You're not trusting in Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai. It says, therefore shall your strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and your trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Okay? You're putting your trust in the wrong thing. Just like you building your house upon sand. It's not going to be able to endure a storm, a wave or two. It's going to crumble. All right?
That's why the scriptures talk about that. I wish I brought that up. You know, you're going to be found as if you built your house on the sand. Your foundation's not solid. And it's not going to endure the test of time. And that's the time that we're getting ready to come into, is that hour of temptation.
Right.
And if you have no patience, if you have no experience enduring that weak foundation, you have a weak foundation, man. Yeah, and it's so, like, real quick, because the priest just came to mind, it says if you faint in the time of adversity, your faith is weak, or something like that. Small.
Faith is small, something like that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's real. So we are going through adversity on a high level, brothers. All brothers throughout the ministry. Okay, you know, we don't even really know the half of what the next brother's going through, but we know that brother's going through something, because I'm going through something. Okay, and we're just dealing through it through faith. We just pray to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and somehow He gets us through the day and into the next day, our daily bread, or whatever we need. Some way, somehow, it's alleviated so that we can continue on serving. Otherwise, we die and we won't be able to serve and worship, fulfill our duty, our mission.
Right.
So we'll end it here in the book of Mark, chapter 13, verse 13. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. This is red letter. This is Yahushua speaking. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So the end, we're in the end times, but we're not at the end. Yahushua hasn't cracked those clouds yet. So we have to endure and keep our faith and our integrity strong all the way up until Yahushua cracks those clouds, which is going to prove to be very difficult to a lot of you people that are saying you believe in the Lord. Because the Lord's going to try you to see if you're really about what you're saying. Because you say what you want with your mouth, but what are you doing? All right? Faith and works go hand in hand, as we read in the book of 2 Corinthians 9th chapter.
Yeah, that's why the Lord said, "Why are ashes?"
Dust and ashes.
Yeah, why are dust? Yeah, why is earth and ashes proud, man? You're nothing. But here it is. You think you're gonna be bad all by yourself.
Like a woman.
Right. So you haven't prepared yourself. You haven't built a proper a foundation for you to grow upon, so that when that time of tribulation comes, that testing time, you ain't gonna be able to withstand the wind. You're gonna fall down like a rickety house.
Yeah. You're going to build your relationship with Yahushua.
Right.
You build your relationship with Jesus Christ,
Which is not their name.
Jesus is God.
Right.
So you're going completely off, and you're fucking up your chances for salvation. You're sabotaging your own self.
Yep.
Okay. You have to come in under the order. Otherwise, there's no guarantee that you're going to be saved. There's no guarantee for us.
But we're making our calling of election sure.
That's it. Let's end with that.
Yep.
2 Peter chapter 1, verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if you do these things, you shall never fall.
Do these.
See? God.
Hey, get Bubba Kishar, get the etymology of the word endure, and then how'd it go? You just read it, diligent.
Diligence.
Yep.
Okay. Endure.
Get those two words, Bubba Kishar.
So we're going to.
They should go hand in hand.
Let's see. So this is endure.
Strong's G 5278. Upamano.
Says to remain, to tarry behind. Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep.
To remain, to abide, not recede or flee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you gotta stand strong. You gotta be grounded. You gotta be rooted.
Mm-hmm.
To persevere.
Persevere. There you go. Which means to outlast.
Yeah. And it goes on to say, under misfortunes and trials, to hold fast one's faith in Hamashiach.
There you go.
To endure, bear bravely and calmly. All right, be stoic.
Yep.
All right, you're going through something, you're not fucking all down, all pissed off, walking around. No, you're just taking it like a champ. You're not fucking telling everybody your business. It's enduring. It says to bear bravely and calmly ill treatments. I'm sure there's more to it, but let's go get the what was the other word?
Diligent. Make that be diligent and make that calling of election sure.
Yep. And so we'll go into the word diligence in 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 10, where brother is quoted, give diligence to make your calling of election sure. All right, diligence.
Strong's G 4704. Spadazo.
All right. It says to hasten, to make haste. All right. Get it going.
Yep.
To exert oneself. All right. To endeavor, give diligence. All right. To labor, study. Okay. So yeah, you gotta be doing it. All right. To labor. You gotta be when you diligently do something, it means you're pretty much consistently doing it.
Yep.
All right. We can count on the Israelites to be out here pretty much every Saturday.
Yep.
For the most part. All right. We can count on it. They're diligent. All right, and serving the Lord.
Yep.
That's their duty. That's their job. That's their office.
Yep.
That's their profession.
Yeah, that's why they call boxing. For you to build up in your endurance, you got to be diligent. Mm-hmm. You got to be in that gym diligently, putting in that hard work, and then you're gonna build that endurance up. That's why when that the actual fight comes, you are able to endure it. You're not. Your legs aren't dying out on you by the third round.
Get it out, yeah.
Yep.
But you see, so this is what we're doing. We're basically being diligent in these good works, so that when the time of trouble does come upon us, we be able to stand.
Yep.
We be able to stand in the face of affliction. If we can endure what we're going through right now, when the Lord really brings it upon us, He's gonna protect us.
Yep.
All right, and you have to have faith in that. Otherwise, there's really nothing I can say to you. There's nothing we can say to you. I told you everything we know. All right, now it's on you to build that relationship with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yep.
Any pleasant words? So with that, we'll give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash.
Also giving double honor to the apostles of GMS, Millstone, smooshing brothers pushing the word of truth and sincerity. Shalom to your leg.
Shalom.